Welcome back, guys. How you all doing? Monthly candle has closed and we're going to be figuring out whether sell in May and go away is going to be happening for this month or not. Let's just say, guys, long story short, we are looking at bearish stuff happening in the market, and probably we're going to be extending our down leg all the way towards the monthly 55 right here, because historically Bitcoin, whenever Bitcoin has decisively closed below the 21 exponential on the monthly, we've seen a follow through on the price action that has taken the price action all the way down towards the monthly 55, guys. Now you can simply go ahead and you can find these facts and figures out on the BLX index as well, where you'll have history for Bitcoin going all the way back towards 2012 altogether. But essentially, guys, we can see from Bitstamp as well, it's not really that decisive. I mean, fucking shit, Bitcoin is always making things difficult for everybody in the market, guys. This one literally closed at the 21 exponential. What we are having right now is a little back test of this entire range to the upside. But essentially, guys, this is the first indication, this is the first and foremost indication towards the fact that maybe the coming months for Bitcoin all the way towards the end of 2022, however, is mostly going to be bearish, guys. So maybe we do see some sell-offs happening for the month of May itself. Now this is a monthly analysis, guys. The thing is that in the small time frames like 10-minute or maybe 1-minute time frame would probably have crazy bullish buy sees in the small time frame. Look, guys, if you open 1-minute time frame, probably there's a fucking bull market going on, right? But essentially, if you take a look at the bigger picture, the monthly picture right here, we can see everything is to the downside. The relative strength index has started trending below the 60 reads, which means, are we officially out of a bull market? Yes, kind of like that, guys. It's kind of true that we are officially out of a bull market, or let's just say an exponential run to the upside. Not gonna happen. An exponential run in crypto to the upside is not gonna happen any soon. Markets will take their own time. And with that said, let's talk about the 3-day time frame, guys. By the way, in this video we'll talk about Bitcoin on multiple time frames and angles as well, guys. This is something which is quite important, but before that we'll talk about the 3-day time frame itself, because something weird is happening right here as well. You can see that the multiple rejections are coming from the 200 simple on the 3-day time frame, which was holding the price action for a very long time alongside this entire trending channel right here, guys. We're kind of losing momentum beneath this trending channel as well to the downside. So ultimate resolution targets towards the downside regions is going to be all the way towards $33,000, which is going to be aligning with this entire zone right here, guys. So most likely during the month of May, we do revisit these ranges right here at $30,000 flat on Bitcoin. That would mean that maybe Ethereum goes and takes a plunge below $2,000 as well. So potentially watch for altcoin market doing some shitty behavior, guys. The thing is that, I mean, if I'm going to be short on market for, let's just say, a couple of months or something like that, I'm going to be managing my risk below $40,000 regions right here, guys. This was a very decisive move below $40,000 regions right here, and the sellers took control. Bears took the charge right here, guys, and the market is looking like absolute shit right here. But we are trading the market, which means that we can have a downside bias and we can capitalize on these moves to the downside. Let's just say, guys, this entire trend extending down all the way towards 30,000 is not going to be straight down. It's probably going to be having a lot of bounces, probably a retest towards this channel rejection right here at $39,000-$40,000 regions, and that is when you can probably talk about a continuation leg coming down all the way towards these regions. But let's just assume, guys, that this is probably going to be happening in this month itself, because historically May has not been that bullish for Bitcoin overall, guys, which is why we can probably expect accelerated move to the downside for the rest of the crypto market. Look, there is always going to be some outliers here and there, guys. We saw ApeCoin doing crazy bullish moves in the market, but now it's getting rejected once again from $25 regions. So yes, we'll have outliers in there, guys. The thing is that the altcoins do have less liquidity as compared to Bitcoin. I mean, no shit, which is why they can create their own trends in the small to mid time frames. But the bigger trend is simply to the downside, guys. You can see right here, ever since we got rejected right here, it's been a downtrend. It's been a massive downtrend. This was a good attempt to simply clear this leg to the upside. I think I got to get rid of all of these moving averages and talk about some naked price action right here. You can see right here, guys, this was a legit attempt. I mean, this is where we were kind of attempting on taking out this entire rejection zone right here, but we did not do that. So downtrend under motion just kind of continued, right? And another rejection coming from these regions right here at 42,500, and bam, guys. So most likely in the coming days we could be expecting a small little retest at 40,000 regions. That would be another lower high as compared to all of these lows, and then bam, probably a leg all the way down towards $30,000 regions, guys. The point of this video right here is to tell you, or maybe you all know, guys, we are from cryptotic community, so we know that the trend is to the downside. We should not be exuberantly bullish in the market in these kind of landscapes, which is why if you are position trading in the market, probably sitting on USD or USDC or USDT or any stable is going to be working out completely fine. However, exposing yourself to cryptos in these kind of landscapes is probably going to hurt a bit, guys. It's probably going to hurt a bit, right? Which is why, if you have a good risk tolerance in the market, if you're completely fine holding your shitcoins all the way down to fucking zero, then it should be completely harmless to you guys. This is what I'm trying to say, right? But essentially, the overall trend is going to be the downside, and for the month of May itself, we are going to be trading to the downside mostly, guys. Now let's talk about the extremely small time frames, because all this while, guys, all throughout this leg to the downside, I'm pretty much sure everybody was fucking spotting bullish divergence. And look, honestly, it did play out in the small time frames, but the thing is that this is a common behavior, guys. Now this is something which I used to do as well, right? I mean, in the 4-hour time frame, if you do spot a bullish divergence right here, you should not forget that overall you are in a context of a downtrend. All you've been doing for 1 month, or let's just say 2 months, have been a simple lower high, lower high, lower high. This trend has been absolutely crap, guys. Most of the highs were simple lower highs, and we are continuing to the downside. So what happens is that if you spot a bullish divergence in the market, just never forget that the overall context is to the downside. And essentially, even if you are going to be long on any bullish divergence, just maybe respect the trend and kind of take an exit with your 5 to 6% ranges playing out in the market to the upside, guys. That is what is happening as of now. Even if bullish divergence plays out, it's going to be a max 5 to 6% leg to the upside, and the overall trend is going to be staying to the downside altogether, guys. What is happening right here is that probably we are also formulating a falling wedge alongside this entire price action, which means if Bitcoin is simply trending below these rejections, I mean, guys, look, what the fuck is this price action right here? I mean, everybody's like, oh, bullish divergence between this point and this point right here. Oh, bam, pump, one bullish engulfing candle right here in the market. We're going to fucking 100K. But nope. Getting rejected like a little bitch was always up the cards for Bitcoin itself. So bam, once again, revisit down to the range lows. Another bullish divergence right here, one bullish engulfing candle, bam, we're going to $100,000, but bam, no, once again return to the mean right here, guys. What we're doing is we're simply downtrending, but it's very shaky. The overall trend is to the downside, but it is very shaky, guys. My simple plan, ever since we rejected these zones right here, guys, you know the deal right here. I mean, I've not been really active in terms of making content for all of you guys right here, but as soon as we got triple rejection from these levels, we were kind of expecting this entire down leg to play out, guys. And look, we're kind of like at the range low, so which is why in the small time frames any positional trade is not going to look that nice, right? Because we've literally come back to the mean ranges right here, guys. That doesn't mean that we won't be breaking down below. I mean, look, the clear area of invalidation on the 3-day time frame is going to be below these close right here, guys. 38,000 is what I'm going to be looking forward to in the coming week. Let's just say if this weekly candle closes below $37,000 regions, we can expect a quick sweep of the lows right here at $35,000, guys, and then maybe we can talk about continuation leg, guys, because the thing is we are simply breaking below this trending channel as well. So we are kind of resolving this entire grind line to the downside, guys. Let's just say you can be confidently bearish in the market until this entire structure is to the downside. The invalidation for bears, however, is going to be right here above. Once again, can we extend this range right here, guys? Yes, we can do that. $42,000 regions is your invalidation zone for all the bears in the market. So if you see Bitcoin's trend being established above $42,000 regions altogether, do not be adamant about your short exposure in the market and probably reevaluate the trend altogether, right? Because that is what I'm going to be doing, guys, if we start trending above this entire zone right here. Look, the thing is that for my trading itself, my collaterals are currently in USDC. Let's say, guys, I'm completely hedged against my spot exposure on crypto assets altogether as well. I'm kind of hedged on my Bitcoin exposure as well. I don't do that. Like, I mean, I simply accumulate my Bitcoin bucket altogether, but for the time being, ever since we broke below this entire trending channel right here, I'm kind of skeptical, and I have my spot exposure hedged in the market as well, which means that the lower we go, the more Bitcoin I can accumulate, guys. So that is one of my positional trades with major invalidation above 42,000 on a weekly trending basis. Guys, that is what I'm looking forward to on Bitcoin. So that was a long lecture on BTC, 9 minutes 50 seconds right here, guys. Hit that like if you're still watching this video right here, and let's jump into the Bollinger Band rejection. Not looking good, not looking fucking good, guys. The downside Bollinger Band is currently coming at $18,000 regions, and let me point out a fucking obvious fact right here, guys. every single time you lose the middle Bollinger Band, fucking every single time, you simply go towards the lower Bollinger Band, guys. I mean, you start a downtrend. It's not necessary that you simply test the lower Bollinger Band, but you mostly start a downtrend as soon as you lose the middle Bollinger Band altogether, guys. Which is why we can expect Bitcoin starting its new trend on this monthly basis. It's going to be taking the price action down below all the way towards the lower side of $20,000 regions altogether. So that is something which is up the cards for sell in May and get the fuck away from the markets, I guess, guys. The thing is that if you're trading in the markets, it's completely fine, right? Because we want the markets to be volatile to the upside or the downside. Simply got to capitalize on all of these moves to the upside or the downside, guys. So which is why if you are trading, expect the price action retracing all the way towards 40. Once again, guys, that invalidation zone, the price action can retrace all the way towards the invalidation zone at $41,500 regions, and that could be a retest of this entire rejection right here. That is maybe where you can load up on a short position on a bigger time frame, and then probably start targeting $30,000 and maybe below that as well in the coming days, guys. Although I do feel that the market is going to be very choppy, very sideways, so well, hunting for altcoin opportunities could be better in terms of risk to reward ratios happening in the markets in these kind of landscapes. With that said, guys, let's talk about ETH. Let's talk about Ethereum right here. What is Ethereum? I mean, looking better than Bitcoin. So yes, we can expect, let's just say, guys, we can expect a bounce coming from your $24,000-$25,000 regions altogether, right? The downside target for Ethereum is at $2,500 regions flat. So if you see the price action coming at 2,500, maybe expecting a bounce is not going to be a bad thing to be done in the market, I guess. But essentially the bounce is going to be retracing all the way down towards these levels at 2,900, and whatever happens at this very critical zone right here, you can see, guys, multiple monthly candles have opened and closed at $3,000 Ethereum flat. So whatever happens at these levels, if we retrace all the way towards these levels, is going to be very, very significant for altcoin market altogether, guys. Let's just bring about bearish bias that is simply coming from me right here. So maybe something like this happens, guys, in the coming days, right? I mean, apologies for the stupid fucking drawing right here, but essentially this could probably play out. Liquidity is squeezing out of the market, guys, and such kind of price actions have not really led into beautiful things happening in the market altogether, right? All the benefit of doubt for the entire altcoin market for this entire month, because we are kind of far away from the 21 exponential right here, guys. Remember, you can simply correlate this entire price action with your favorite altcoin in the market. Whenever Ethereum decisively closes below the 21 exponential on the monthly time frame, the entire fucking altcoin market gets wrecked. You can simply short the fuck out of shitcoins, guys, when Ethereum simply closes below the 21 exponential right here, which has not really happened, right? So for the month of May, I'm going to be cautiously shorting altcoins. But let's say, guys, any retracement on Bitcoin to the upside is probably going to be a good shorting opportunity in the market. So if you're bearish, caution for altcoins and confidence for Bitcoin is something which is probably going to work out as my own interpretation, guys. This is what I've been doing for the past 2 days, looking at the market from a bigger perspective right here, which is telling us that yes, Bitcoin is decisively getting bearish, although Ethereum and altcoins are still holding on their grounds. Fucking crazy, man. These altcoins don't want to die. These altcoins are just like, this is holding on to some key levels, guys, and the price action is like, this is fucking shit, right? Absolute shit piece of price action on Ethereum itself. Multiple bearish crosses happening alongside the 200 simple moving average as well on Ethereum. But kind of like, look, guys, we're kind of far away from the major bearish cross. I'm going to take away all these irrelevant moving averages. I'm going to talk about some key moving average right here. Okay, what do we have? I think everything is working fine, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay, all right, everything's fine. All right, guys, so the thing is that Ethereum's bearish cross that is supposed to be happening between the 55 and the 200 simple moving average is not going to happen, guys. I think it is far away from that, and let's just say this one is also trending in a falling wedge altogether. Although if we resolve this falling wedge to the upside, it's not going to be that strengthful, guys. Remember, the key invalidation zone for Ethereum is at $3,000 region. So whatever price action leads this entire leg to the upside at $3,000, you got to be really cautious, guys. And maybe I do believe that a lot of positional trades would be situated at $3,000 flat on Ethereum itself, right? Which is something that I'm also expecting in the market, guys. Let's see what happens. I guess we can expect some weird bounce in small to mid time frames, but essentially, guys, the bigger trade right here is waiting for Ethereum to go all the way towards $3,000 regions and evaluate the market according to the landscape and according to the price action momentum at $3,000 per Ethereum flat. Let's see what happens right here. But until then, the overall trend is simply to the downside, guys. We are in a context of a bearish bias in the market. Sellers are in charge in the market right now, guys. So, well, there's no need to fight the trend. If you're trading the markets, just stay with the trend right here, guys. The trend is to the downside. Do not over leverage yourself. If you are simply over leveraging yourself in the market, if you're in a hurry to be rich in the markets, probably you're going to be chickening in and out of your positions and not going to be holding on to your conviction altogether. But guys, if you do understand that probably we are going to be getting into a big sideways market environment altogether, you'll be having a lot of patience up your head, guys. Just be patient in the market. Just repeat the process. Just come to the market every single day, play your ranges, and get the fuck out of the market by the end of the day. Repeat the process until we start trending bullish and keep on accumulating Bitcoin, guys. With that said, I will wind up this video right here, right now, and I will catch all of you guys pretty soon, guys. Bye for now.